On Daf Yud Ches Amid Beis in Masechet Yevamot, we're going to look at the Mishnah of Shnei Achim. So let me know if you're ready to see it. I'll give a little bit of an introduction in any event. The previous Mishnah is very similar to this Mishnah, but with one important change. We're always talking about two brothers, and one of them died, and his wife fell for Yibum to the other brother. And then a third brother was born, which is called Achiv Shelo Haya Ba'olamo. But in contrast to the previous Mishnah, which deals with a case where the third brother was born before the Yibum of the second brother, of the wife, the widow of the first brother, our Mishnah here on Daf Yud Ches Amid Beis is addressing the case where the third brother was born after the second brother was Miyabim, the wife of the first brother. So you have Ruvain and Shimon. Ruvain dies and leaves his wife for Yibum to Shimon. In the previous Mishnah, what happens is that Shimon is Miyabim, the wife of Ruvain, after Levi was born, the third brother. So Ruvain died, Levi was born, and then Shimon was Miyabim, the wife of Ruvain, and then Levi dies. In this Mishnah that we're going to learn, we're talking about a case where Shimon, the second brother, was already Miyabim, the wife of Ruvain, before Levi was born. So let's read it inside. Shnei Achiv umeis echad mehem. V'yibem hasheni. So now in this Mishnah, the Yibum took place as Eishes Achiv, meaning the wife of Shimon was Miyabim, the wife of Ruvain. The Achakach nolad lehem ach. And then Levi was born, Umes, and then Shimon dies. Harishona Yotza Mishum Eishes Achiv Shelo Haya Ba'olamo Vashniya Mishum Tzarasa. Let's say, for argument's sake, we'll just pick a name. Ruvain, may rest in peace, his wife was Rachel. Shimon was Miyabim Rachel, and he also has another wife named Rivka. After Shimon was Miyabim, the wife of Rachel, the wife of Ruvain Rachel, then Levi is born. Now Shimon dies. Ruvain's wife, who is now Shimon's wife, Shimon dies, and Rachel falls for even to Levi. Is she, Rachel, vis-a-vis Levi, is an erva, that's called Eishes Ach. And Rivka, the other wife of Shimon, is a tsaras erva. So regarding both of them, whether it be Rachel or Rivka, they're out of the parsha of Yibum. No Yibum, no Chalitza at all. Now the story becomes a little bit more complicated. Also, B'maimar Umes. So now what happens is that Shimon did not get a chance to be Miyabim Rachel, Eishes Ruvain, during Shimon's lifetime, during his lifetime. And he died, but right before he died, he gave kesef or shtar to Rachel, the widow of his brother Ruvain, And that's called Maimar. And then he dies. And the Mishnah says that Hashniya choletzes below misyabenis. Again, as far as Rachel is concerned, vis-a-vis Levi, that's not an issue. She's Eishes Ach Shel Ahoy B'Olamo, and therefore she's an erva. She doesn't get Yibum Chalitza. But as far as Rivka, the other wife of Shimon, is concerned, in this case, we're going to require Chalitza. Why? Because the Torah doesn't recognize Maimar. And therefore, we don't view Rivka as a tzara to Rachel because Shimon never married Rivka. He married her with Maimar, but that's not a Baraisa king. And now the Mishnah quotes Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Miyabim li'ezim and sheyirtzo cholitz li'ezim and sheyirtzo. And now Rabbi Shimon is quoted as saying that Levi, who is Eishes Achim Shel Ahoy B'Olamo, could be Miyabim, even Sarah, the former wife, the widow, we'll call her, of Reuven. And why is that? Because if you remember, our Mishnah specifically is focused on the case where Shimon was Miyabim